Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to show you guys all of the plants that I have gotten and not shown you. I don't really know what to call it. Like a haul. All of these plants I got in the mail. Some of them I did trades for and some of them I purchased. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the ones that I did trades for. I'll probably like insert a photo of the plant that I traded for these plants. But the first one, let's do this one first because this was the first trade I did. So I traded one leaf cutting for these two plants, well, technically 3 plants, for this plant, similar to this plant. Not just like a middle cutting. So these are 2 Monstera dubia 1-leaf cuttings. They are semi-rooted and have growth points. I think I might have let them dry out a little bit too much because they're in sphagnum. So that's my fault. So we'll see what happens. And then this middle, 5-leaf cutting, or yeah, it's not a top cutting, of this painted lady. It has started to yellow a little bit. Like these bottom leaves are yellowing. Sorry for the shadows. It's a gloomy, rainy day. And it's kind of nighttime. So they did air layer this before they cut it, so it did come with some aerial roots and sphagnum. So I just have it in this like soup takeout container and sphagnum still. So, the leaves are firm, so I'm not really sure why they're yelling, or maybe they're just bleached out, because I guess I do had them right next to a grow light. So maybe they're just bleaching out. I don't know. But it's a cool plant. So like I said, I traded that for Jose Bueno cutting. And then the next plant I traded for, I got all of these plants. I don't know, there's 5 of them. I traded a cutting of one of my Monstera Thai Constellations, like a middle cutting, for this, mainly for 2 plants, but then she sent me extra plants because I reused a box because, I'm trying to save the planet, and I had to spend a lot more on shipping because of the size of the box. So she added some extra plants in because she hadn't shipped mine yet. So that was really nice of her. But it was mainly for this Hoya Polyneura. The Fishtail Hoya. I think it's a Polyneura. I don't know. It's very limp and you can't see it because of the shadows and that it's in a mug. But there's these 2 top leaves that are very dehydrated. And then these 2 leaves further down. So she did cut it just for me, so there was no roots or anything yet, but I have it in sphagnum. And then she did add on a couple Hoya linearis cuttings. I do already have some of this plant, but I kind of was slowly killing it, so it probably doesn't help to have a little bit extra just in case. But those were semi-rooted, and so I just stuck them down in there. You can't see them, like I said, because of the shadows, but they're in there. And then right here, she also sent me just like a top cutting of a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, which is really cute. And then the other plant that I was mainly trading for is this Syngonium Is it Syngonium's pink spot? I don't know. But it has the mature leaves starting. It has some nice aerial roots. Some water roots are already starting to form. And there is a new leaf. There is a new leaf on the way. Right here. So, yeah, it's really pretty. And then she also threw in the Syngonium albo. Albopodophyllum, I guess, if you want to be correct. And it has a new leaf as well that looks like it has quite a bit of variegation. There is, I mean, you can see some green in there, so that's not going to be a problem. But, so, I mean, trades are always nice because, you know, you're only paying for shipping, and it was just that I used such a big box. That's why the shipping was so much. But then she ended up sending me extra plants, so it worked out in the end. So these plants I did purchase off of a Facebook seller. I really only got them because they were so affordable. I mean, two of these were on my wish list. I guess they were kind of all on my wish list, but I just picked up the other two because I was already purchasing plants, if that makes sense. So this is Hoya macrophylla albo marginata because it has the white on the outside. I think there's dog hair on it already. Like I said, it was just kind of like an add-on because they had some available, and I don't have this plant. And the leaves are quite big, the bottom leaves anyways. So this one I've kind of like been looking for, but it's been popping up in like Home Depots and Lowe's, so I haven't purchased one. But I think this was like $13 or $15 or something, which compared to the ones at Home Depot is definitely expensive, or more expensive. But I don't live anywhere close to a Home Depot, so it's not like I can just run there when they get them in stock. So this is Scindapsus Moonlight. I don't think it's Scindapsus pictus Moonlight. I think it's just Scindapsus Moonlight. Again, the lighting is really bad, so I can't really bring it up close, but they're like dark in the center there, and then they have like they're almost like a sea blue color of plant. So, and then there's 3 cuttings in here. I just stuck them in water because they didn't have soil or anything on their roots. They were shift bare, 100% bare roots. So I just stuck them in water when I unboxed them because I didn't know what else to do with them. So that's what I did. And then this one was on my wish list. This one I've been kind of looking for probably a year now, but I wasn't a huge fan of the price because this is a Syngonium. It doesn't look like a typical Syngonium, but it is. This is a Syngonium Frosted Heart is the common name. I'm not sure of the actual name, but it is frosty, I would say. It's more of like a minty color. And I have seen these for sale online for like $50 for the size of a plant. I'm just like, I can wait. And then this one I think was $30. So that's kind of why I chose to purchase from him. But yeah. It's kind of a little floppy yet from shipping, but it'll perk back up. And then this one, was really the whole reason I purchased from them because of the price on this one. I'm gonna say it out loud and Bobby's gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about? So this is a Hoya Mathfield, but it is like the poor man's serpens. So yeah, and this was I think $50, which for the size of plant is kind of like, what are you doing? But at the same time, it is kind of an uncommon plant, and I've seen plants like this size go for $100, so I picked him up. And it has 2 growth points, so I thought it was a good deal. And I've wanted this one since I discovered what a Serpens was. And since I discovered what a Serpens was, I've wanted whatever looks like a Serpens that doesn't cost like a Serpens. And it's this one, the Methild. If I can say it, Methild. I don't know. Okay, so that's all I got from that guy. I think his Facebook name is like the Elbow King. Seriously. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I think if you want to look him up, he has like his own Facebook group. I think he's like the Elbow King, like Monstera Elbow King is what his name is. So yeah, that's where I got my elbow from that I killed way before it was like $400 a cutting. Okay, so the last 4 plants I got off of Plant Me Ashley's Discord, which I guess is where I did the 2 trades from also. I haven't just been necessarily trading with strangers because that kind of freaks me out. I mean, they're strangers, but like they're not like strangers? I don't know how you would say that. I would say that we're internet friends, which seems safer to me than a total stranger that I met on Facebook. Probably just like trying to convince myself that it's safer. I don't know. But Heather Hoyas was doing a purge on the Discord. She has a nice YouTube channel also if you want to check her out. Obviously she's into Hoyas. Heather Hoyas is her name. So the last 4 plants are all Hoyas. I just got these plants yesterday. I haven't potted them up because they seem to be okay in here. So she just like has them, she just rooted them in sphagnum moss and she just wrapped it up in saran wrap. And they have little signs, which is super cute. I like that. So this is Hoya lacunosa snowcaps. Like this is the new growth point, which is more of like a longer, skinnier leaf. And then these are more round and like chubby. And they're darker. Are you laughing at me?
No, I got the tractors.
Oh. So I don't know, I mean, they have 2 different shaped leaves. It's really why I picked it up. I'm like, that's cool. So we'll go with that. And it's like a silvery, splashy Hoya. So you can't go wrong with that. The next one is a Hoya. The next one is a Hoya Croniana green form. Sorry, the lighting. I can't stop apologizing. So the leaves are super tiny and cute. They're almost like a spade shape. They're like a mix between a spade shape and a heart shape. They're really cute. So yeah, and it has what looks to be 2 or 3 growth points already growing. So that's always nice with your Hoyas to have growth points. And then this one is a Hoya Rebecca. I got this one because I was like, this is the black. I mean, it looks pretty green right now, but it's very dark with the sun stress. So yeah, and I think there's only 2 cuttings in here, but they are, I mean, all these are rooted, so, and such for the price, such affordable plants, like I said, so I had to, you know, gotta catch them all, or whatever they say for Pokemon Go. So, Hoya Rebecca. And the last one is a Hoya Obovagata variegata, which is super, super cool. It is a little bit muddy. Like the variegation is not as bright as like Lisa. So it is kind of a muddy color, but it is also splashy. So I think that's why it's so muddy. Because it's also splashy. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So like all of those splashes is splashy. I mean, obviously that's what I'm trying to say. So it is a little bit, like I said, more muddy than like a Lisa, but it is still beautiful. So that is going to be it for today's video. These are all of the plants that I have traded for and purchased in the last 2-3 weeks. So I haven't really had a phone, so I haven't really been filming that much. So yeah, if you guys like planty content, definitely hit the subscribe button. I am doing a plant giveaway when we hit 100 subscribers here on YouTube. So if you're into free plants, definitely hit the subscribe button because we're almost there. I think today it was like 91. So we're almost there, which is awesome. But yeah, that is it for today's video. We will see you in my next one. Bye, guys. That's a wrap.
That about killed you.
I'm a strong, independent woman and I can talk in front of other people.